okay. So, there's a lot of stuff that I really like, but if I had to go without it, I'd go without it. There's a lot of stuff that I like to do, but it's okay if I couldn't do it anymore, 'cause I don't live in the world. I don't live in the world. I don't live in the world. I think it's funny that white people are complaining about being discriminated against. They don't know anything about the white slave trade. There are all these white kids that have been sold into sex trafficking for like 100 years. Probably a lot longer than that. I mean, they've always been sacrificing children. It's just a lot easier for them to do in America, since everybody has this false conception of America being the greatest country ever. What is that chord? It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Let's change that. Sorry. I make myself laugh really easily. I guess that's why I do comedy. I'm convinced that people that do comedy don't find anything funny. I know I rag on comedians a lot. It's because they're all a bunch of stinking liberals, alright? If you agree with like censorship of any kind, like you're part of the problem. Like I don't care like how offensive it is. Yes, even that word, even that one word that we're not allowed to say. Those of the Caucasian persuasion were not allowed to say that one word. What I've noticed is they don't really care that much if like other people say it. It's like if white people say it, they have an issue with it. Ronnit says it. She gets away with it because she's a Jew. She's also an old Jew. She's an old Jew from Israel. So good luck telling that bitch what to do. You know? She doesn't care. But I think it's like this thing with like discrimination. Like they think that they can tell other people what to do because they're like, well, you've never been discriminated against. Like, I've never actually been discriminated against in this life, but I love to vicariously play the victim through my ancestors. Oh my God, it's pathetic. You don't have to educate me about police brutality. Let me tell you something. If they put on the television all of the killings of people of other races, specifically white people, there wouldn't be mass protests, there wouldn't be riots. If there was a riot, they would be saying that anybody that what was involved in it, they would say that those people like deserve to go to prison or some shit, you know? But that's why I'm saying like discrimination is not really the issue. Like they always discriminate. If you don't have money, they discriminate against you, okay? They know that they can take shit from you. But they've always used race to control the narrative. I say this all the time because it's so obvious. Anybody that's paid attention to hip-hop music, anybody that's paid attention to how the rap scene has changed, they know that they're controlling the narrative really, really easily because America loves their identity politics. They love their identity politics. But see, All these white kids that talk about being discriminated against, like they're in the middle class. The lower class has been discriminated against. So, I'll return the favor, Lee Company. I love you. I love you, Lee Company. In case you missed the last video. The Lee Company uses their turn signal, okay? It's a really beautiful thing. We always give credit where credit's due. That's a rule. It's a rule, okay? I can't pick chords today, apparently. But anyway, yeah, so they've been taking white kids from their parents and putting them in abusive foster care homes. They don't have to do that to black kids because they know that the parents are abusing them anyway. You understand? This is all about child abuse. And I mean, I don't want to just stereotype black people and say that, yeah, that's how they raise their kids, but I mean, they fucking brag about beating their children. Are you kidding me? I don't see anything wrong with that. There's a huge difference though between corporal punishment and beating your child. I understand that, but like, it's a fine line. And if I had children, I wouldn't lay a hand on them. That wouldn't be my responsibility anyway. That would be daddy's responsibility because they're supposed to be afraid of their dad. The reason why they're supposed to be afraid of their dad is because dad is a representation of God, okay? The patriarch. All these people complain about patriarchy. They're a huge part of the problem as well. Because moms are not supposed to be the disciplinarian. Moms are not supposed to be the one that they're afraid of. Moms are supposed to be the ones that kiss the boo-boo, that make everything all better, okay? So the fact that this whole world is the way that it is, I mean, it's completely screwed up. It's upside down. But what the fuck does it matter anyway? Like, when I talk about gender and stuff, it's like, Adam mentioned this recently, Mr. Theron, love you, baby, love you, mwah. Love you so much. To quote you. But, he does shout outs to me too. That's what's really cool about being at the bottom of the YouTube. You actually appreciate YouTube and what it was originally intended for. You know? Content creation. That's the whole point of this shit. Not clout. Not money. I mean, I guess it's cool if you make money that way. Maybe you have talent or something. I shouldn't knock you for that. But, anyway, he said something about that. Basically, just reiterating the same. Thank you so much again, Lee Company. They used their turn signal again. It's so cool. Oh my God, 2 Lee Companies. 2 Lee Companies. Look at this shit. You guys, Lee Company. Lee Company. Look at that. Look at that. Did you see that? Did y'all see that? I just want you to witness that shit. Turn signal in action, y'all. It is possible for people to communicate. Some people know how it's done, okay? Anyway. Yeah, it's like what's the point in talking about the transgender nonsense? You know, because it is a bunch of nonsense. But what's the point in whining about it? What's the point in saying, oh, this is wrong? This is so wrong that they're doing that. It's so wrong that men are competing in women's sports. It's so wrong. Women shouldn't be playing sports anyway, okay? Maybe this will get them out of the field and back into the fucking house. You gotta look at everything like that. But yeah, it's like people are already so plugged into the betaverse. People are already so plugged into, you know, the beast system. They're so obsessed with the internet. So what the fuck does it matter that, oh, they don't have the right genitals? Who cares, dude? It's not like they're going to be able to use their genitals anyway since they're useless. You know what I mean? All they do is stare at a screen. So you really think that they're going to populate the planet or save the world from destruction? Are you kidding me?